In case you're wondering what this video is about, this is most likely a vlog video, but I wanted to show you guys what I done with Chris's review scale from his channel, along with Charles's review scale from his channel, and the result it did look like I had just copied their review scales, which I sort of did, but I combined mines with theirs, so I tried my best not to make it look like they're the same, but they're a little bit, I don't know how to explain it, but, so yeah, up here is, Chris's review scale on his channel, the, 3C guarantee, add to your collection, must see in theaters, wait to rent, and then avoid watching it, and then there's Charles's moist meter, and then there's mine in the bottom. Now, apparently, so 2.5 stars is like a half here, but to me, it's like 3.5, because there's 3.5. That makes sense to me, but apparently, oh, shoot. Apparently, it's 2.5 stars, and I'll show you what I mean once I show you, turn these pages, but yeah, basically, I combined all of this into my own review scale, and it does look a bit similar, sort of, and I hope, Chris and Charlie, if you do end up seeing this video, I hope you're alright with that. The only reason I did this was because I was inspired with your review scales, and I just enjoyed them. I really liked the concept with your review scales, I guess. But still, what I'm trying to say is that I liked how you had made your review scales. Well, yeah, this is my own review scale. Like, for example, this is the 3C guarantee, except this is my style of the 3C guaranteed, or I can't find the right word, but yeah, this is basically, and of course the avoid thing. Yeah, that's sort of similar. Same goes for this, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely similar, but that right there with the emojis, those are my own. I don't know if you can see correctly. Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, focus, please. Yeah, and also this is the percentage of how many stars I give the movie. Like, for example, yeah, I actually don't know how to explain it. Oh, geez Louise. But yeah, this is my own review scale, and I didn't know what movie I wanted to be the first, so I thought of having Zack Snyder's Justice League as the first review scale on my review scale. Basically, my review notebook here. I'm just gonna call it review notebook since I'm going to review a bunch of stuff on the channel soon. So, can this thing hold still, please? Oh, geez Louise. So yeah, I'm going to walk through you a bunch of reviews I've done on this notebook. There are some reviews I've already done on the channel, but some I need to do. Like, a lot, especially since I've seen a ton of movies, especially in 2020, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, this is my review scale for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, for action, I had gave 100%, guys. My god, like I said in my review, that I don't know if I had said this. God, I need to rewatch my movie review for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but the action was incredible. I enjoyed it a lot, and for comedy, now Zack Snyder said it wasn't gonna be funny, but there were still some funny moments in there. But the drama, I just liked everything about the movie, especially with how Cyborg is the heart of the story. I just really like. I cannot explain. I'm completely speechless, but I liked the drama in the movie, and I liked how Cyborg was the heart of the story. Now, for horror, now it isn't really scary. It's mostly because of how bloody and gory it is. Because this movie did earn its R rating. Because, like I said in the review, Steppenwolf did chopped off an Atlantean's body in half. It's not gory. It's just a bit blood violence. Now for suspense, yeah, I was just basically on the edge of my bed while I was watching it on HBO Max. There's a lot of suspense in here. And yeah, like I said, I gave it 5 stars. And oh, shoot. So yeah, the emoji right there is, I enjoyed it. And the one, it was good. And that one is, I liked it and didn't like that at the same time. This, I really didn't like it. And that one is, I hated it. So yeah, just want to explain details on there, but yeah, I gave it my movie reward badge. I'm gonna call it a badge. I'm gonna call these badges, but yeah, it definitely deserved the movie reward badge. And it is definitely a must-see. Go watch it on HBO Max. It is streaming right now on HBO Max. And of course, I gave it a 10 out of 10. And for casual fans, I had gave it A+ because people had been demanding the Snyder Cut. And oh boy, it is worth to watch for those who have not seen it. But yeah, fans will definitely love this better than the 2017 version. And Cinephiles, I give it an A+. I really liked everything about the movie, especially with Steppenwolf's design and basically the I don't know how to explain that. The whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but and I gave it I gave it an A+ because it was honestly the best superhero movie I had ever seen. And for Moist Mirror, I had given it 100% because literally Zack Snyder's Justice League is not only it was DC's best movie I've seen in the DCU, but it's the perfect DC movie. I mean, so yeah, it is the best DC movie, but it is the perfect superhero movie of all time. Alright, so next page is Monster Hunter. So I wanted to see, so my first movie I wanted to see in theaters in 2021, I wanted it to be cool, like for example Godzilla vs. Kong, but I was interested to see Monster Hunter, and yeah, so that instead became the first movie I had saw in theaters in 2021. And I still need to do a movie review for that. But yeah, the action, I enjoyed the action. It wasn't so bad. So yeah, that I gave 5.5 stars. Now, really, it's 4 stars to other people, but to me, it's 5.5 because it's a half right there. That's how it makes sense. It just makes sense to me. It makes so much sense to me. But for comedy, I'm gonna give it like there's like a little half there, which is sort of 4.5 stars. But there was some comedy in there. Now for drama, I gave it 2 stars because, yeah, I guess I didn't care much about the drama, but it's just basically about a monster hunter hunting monsters. I don't know how to explain it, but for horror, oh, there were some jump scares because I had gotten so many jump scares, and there's some disturbing scenes in there that I will describe and I will explain what were the disturbing scenes in my movie review. Now, suspense, I was feeling a little bit. I was basically on the edge of my seat as well, but there was I should have known that some of the characters in the movie were gonna die. But yeah, I gave the movie 4.5 stars. It was still good, but yeah, I did sort of. I mean, I did like it. It was alright, but yeah, I would suggest you guys to rent this at home, which you can rent it at home because I think it is now available to rent. And I gave it a 6 out of 10, but for casual fans, I gave it a B-, and Cinephiles A, because I liked how the monsters looked like, and I gave it a B. Now for the moist meter, I gave it 69%. Anyway, so yeah, next page. Now, I wonder what's this. Oh, Chaos Walking. Now, Chaos Walking, I enjoyed a lot. I really enjoyed it. So, for action, the action wasn't really bad. I gave it 4 stars because the action really wasn't that bad. And for comedy, there were some funny stuff in there, especially how, yeah, there's a lot to describe, but there's one funny scene where Tom Holland, just goes on, he ends up being naked in this scene and just goes in the water and gets something. I don't know all the details. I have to rewatch the movie again, which I think is available to rent right now. But yeah, and for drama, I gave it 4 stars because, like I said in my review, I knew something wasn't right with the mayor, and yeah, I basically just liked the drama in the movie, so I gave it 4 stars. Now horror, there's not that many scary scenes in here. There's really nothing scary in here. But for suspense, I gave it 80% because, no joke, I was literally on the edge of my seat when me and my brother saw this in the theater. And I gave it 5 stars because I really enjoyed it a lot, as you can see right there. And this is definitely a must-see, but since I don't think it's in theaters anymore, I suggest you rent it at home, since this is definitely a must-watch. I gave it an 8 out of 10, and yeah, for casual fans, I gave it an A. Cinephiles, I gave it a B, because there was a part where on this planet, it never gets dark, which is crazy and insane. But it was pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff in the movie, and I gave it an A plus. And for the moist mirror, I gave it 90%. Still, I mean, I've heard some people really didn't like it, but I enjoyed it, and I hope they can make 2 more movies to make it into a trilogy. Now, next is oh, Willy's Wonderland. So me and my brother had saw this last month. Actually, made that 2 months ago, around February, and I still need to do a movie review. Now, there's a few movie reviews I need to do with my brother since we've seen some movies together, especially Willy's Wonderland, because oh my god, this definitely deserved the movie award badge. But yeah, for action, I gave it 5.5 stars because the action's just glorious. Because Jennifer Cage is just kicking. And for comedy, there are some funny stuff in here, so I gave it 3.5 stars. And there was some funny moments I liked in there. Now for drama, I gave it 3 because I liked the backstory between how the animatronics became basically just killing machines, because they basically end up eating people or whatever. But yeah, I mostly like the backstory between how Willy's Wonderland was no longer a happy place for kids to come there. And for horror, yeah, it is definitely a horror movie. I mean, it's not that scary, but there's a few jump scares, and there's a few blood scenes going on. So yeah, I did give it 4 stars. And suspense, yeah, I was really rooting for some of the kids to survive in here, but sadly, they all died, which kind of sucks. Which why I gave it 4 stars, because after finding out that adults play teenagers, I just like, oh my god. I will explain. I will do a video where I talk my thoughts about it. But yeah, I gave it 4 stars, but I still enjoyed it. It's not FNAF, but it is still a lot of fun, which I enjoyed a lot right there, as you can see. And again, this deserved the movie award badge. And it's just straight up A+, 8 out of 10. And yeah, the moist mirror is 85%. Next is, oh, Tom and Jerry movie. This I need to do with my brother as well. So I heard people didn't like it, especially Cris from 3C Films, which I was a bit upset. I felt bad, but I gotta respect what's the word again? How do people say it? Gotta respect their wishes. Still, that's his review, but because not everyone has to like it, or hate it, or, yeah, you probably get what I mean, but for action, I gave it 5.5 stars, because there was a lot of action going on, especially with, okay, by action, I mean Tom and Jerry beating the crap out of each other, since they always fight, and they have for years in the episodes and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of action I liked going on between Tom and Jerry fighting. And for comedy, I gave it 4 stars, because there were some funny moments I liked in here. And for drama, I gave it 3 stars. I usually don't care about drama in the movies. I just like whatever I like in them. I just don't care much about the drama. But yeah, the drama with the character, I forgot her name, but she basically gets someone's resume, that she steals someone's resume and tries to get a job in there. I'm gonna have to rewatch the movie. Sadly, I can't, because it's no longer on HBO Max. But still, I will do a movie review. But yeah, like I said, I don't care much about the drama, and I just gave it 3 stars. And there's really nothing scary about this movie, but for suspense, I gave it 1 star, because, yeah, you're just basically rooting for basically imagine Godzilla vs. Kong, except Godzilla and Kong are Tom and Jerry. And you're like, who's gonna win? That kind of sounds stupid, but still, I gave it 1 star for suspense. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I gave it 5 stars, and I suggest you add it to your collection, since, I mean, it is a kids movie, and sure, none of you guys might not like it, but still, I suggest you add it to your collection. And yeah, I enjoy it right there. And 9 out of 10. And casual fans, I gave it a B plus. Cinephiles, I gave it an A plus, because literally all the animals in the movie are animated, and I really liked how all the animals were animated in here. And I gave it a B. It was alright. I could see why people really didn't like it. Now that I'm older and understanding a little bit, I can understand why people aren't liking Tom and Jerry, especially with some other movies, especially with Justice League 2017. I can see why everyone hated that movie. and I can understand, but I liked it. I liked it. It was still good, and I give it 90%. Now, next is, the little things. Now, this, I've already done a movie review. Now, I said I mean, I don't know if I said this. I may have to rewatch my video again, but if I remember correctly, I said that it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. So, yeah. For action, I gave it 10 stars. There's not really that much. Actually, why did I give it 1 star? I don't remember giving it 1 star. That's actually a good question. That's actually a good question. Unless I gave it because there's like a car chase scene or something. I forgot. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again if it'll ever be on HBO Max again. But for comedy, I gave it 1 star because there was a few funny moments in there, but I didn't care much. I just watched it because I literally had made a commitment to watch every single Warner Brothers movie that premieres on HBO Max, and I've already watched like 4 along with Wonder Woman 1984. So yeah, I've pretty much watched 5 Wonder Woman 1984. The Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry, and Godzilla vs. Kong. And that, best movie yet. But yeah, for drama, I gave it 3.5 stars, since, I mean, it's sort of a murder mystery, but, again, I don't care much about the drama, but the drama in here was pretty interesting. Now, okay, I would put some stars in here for some violence in here, like, for some disturbing stuff, but there's really nothing scary, but there are a few disturbing stuff, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, since there are a few disturbing stuff in here, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, since, I can't change it. Unless I can. Actually, yeah, I can't change it, because I used a pen. Actually, screw it, I'm gonna go change it, because I just put a 1 or a 20 there, so be right back. Now, I'm gonna give it, 20%, because there are, like I said, there are a few disturbing scenes in the movie. There, that's much better. That is much better. That is very much better. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 1 star, because there are a few disturbing scenes in the movie, and for suspense, I gave it 4 stars, because I mostly wanted to. I really wanted to know who was the killer. Sadly, we didn't get to that. We didn't even know who was the killer. Sadly, and I was thinking that it'd be Jared Leto's character, but apparently I was wrong. I guess, but yeah, I just wanted to know who was the dang killer in this freaking movie. But yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars, and yeah, I liked it and didn't like that at the same time. I was pretty much disappointed, I guess, and I gave it a B. C minus, and a C. 4.5 out of 10, and yeah. And I think it's definitely out on demand, so I suggest you just rent it at home if you're a fan of murder mystery, and I gave it 50%. Now, what's next? Oh, Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, this, I've already done a movie review as well. Now, this, I really enjoyed a lot. Now, for action, I gave it 2 stars, because there was a few action in here, and especially with some gunshot scenes. And I gave comedy 2 stars, because there are a few funny moments in here. But for the drama, I gave it 5 stars, because literally, this movie is based on a true story, true events. It's just insane. This movie was really insane. Now, for horror, I gave it 2 stars, because there are a few blood violence in here, and I guess a few disturbing scenes in here. But I gave suspense 5.5 stars, because I was kind of rooting for one of the characters, especially the main character, I guess, but sadly he dies thanks to a bunch of people, thanks to cops, I think, I can't remember, I have to watch the movie again, but thanks to cops killing the main character, I was just full on pissed. I was pissed, and I gave the movie 5 stars, and this, you definitely need to see in theaters, which I think is still playing, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, I wouldn't be interested in watching those type of movies, especially this one, but I'm glad I watched it, because if I didn't make a commitment of me watching all Warner Brothers movies that are premiering in theaters and HBO Max, yeah, I would have never, this would have never been here. Now, for casual fans, I gave it an A+, Cinephiles, I gave it a B, and critically, I gave it an A+, and 10 out of 10. Again, you must see it in theaters, and Moist Mirror, I gave it 95%. Next is, Oh, Lockdown. I completely forgot to do a movie review of this. Now, this I watched between Valentine's Day and Monday, the 15th of February, and this I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. I heard people didn't like it. I'm not so sure if I heard that correctly, but yeah. For action, I gave it 0 stars because there's not really that many. There's really not any act. There's no action in here. It's just a couple in quarantine, and this is literally this is a second COVID-19 movie. The first COVID-19 movie that I know is Songbird. So there's like two COVID-19 movies that I know. Songbird and this one, Lockdown. Now this I enjoyed. Now for comedy, there was a few funny stuff in here, so I gave it 4.5 stars. And for drama, I gave it 4 stars because literally this is based on what we're still going through right now with COVID-19, and there's really nothing scary about this movie. And for suspense, I gave it 1 star, which I don't know why anymore. I guess I was hoping that I was hoping they get together or they get away with whatever they were stealing. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna change it. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. I enjoyed it, and I suggest you add it to your collection, which is now streaming on HBO Max, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Casual fans, B. Cinephiles, A. Critically, B. And 98% on the moist meter. Now, next is oh, now this I'm going to save for my movie review. So this is Skull Island, and this Godzilla, and Kong Skull. No way, King of the Monsters. Now those I will save for my movie reviews, which I'm going to be doing soon. Now this I've already done, which is my most recent review, which is Godzilla vs. Kong. For action, I gave it 5 stars. Oh my god, the Sea, Hong Kong, Final Battle, they're freaking awesome. And comedy, there are a few funny moments in there, especially with Bernie and with his conspiracy theories. Like there's a few funny moments in here, especially with Bernie being a funny guy. Again, favorite character in the movie. And drama, I gave it 3 stars. And again, I don't care much about the drama, but the drama was alright here. I mean, it's just about a bad guy making a Mega Godzilla. You know, basically playing God, I guess. Now, there's really nothing scary, but for suspense, of course, whoever's team you're on, you're rooting for who's gonna win. But after Godzilla had won, I'm like, dude, someone stop Mega Godzilla! He is gonna kill Godzilla! The suspense is really great in here, and I gave the movie 5 stars, and this definitely deserved the movie reward. I enjoyed it a lot. It was bad. Casual fans, B. Cinephiles, A. And A plus for critical, and I gave it a 10 out of 10, and 100% on the moisture meter. Now, I'll probably do 2 or 3 more, but for Freddy vs. Jason, now this is another versus movie. I need to do a ranking on the versus movies that I've seen. But yeah, for Freddy vs. Jason, I gave action 4 stars. The action's pretty okay in here in the movie for Freddy vs. Jason. And comedy, I gave it 2 stars. There's a few funny stuff in here. And drama, I gave it 3 stars with how Freddy Krueger had basically just scarred some of the kids in here. And by scarred, I mean scarred the kids' lives. It's basically messed up, ruined the kids, teenagers' lives in the movie. So the drama has to do with Freddy and crap. I've already forgotten the character's name, but still, I gave drama 3 stars, and I will do a movie review of this soon. And for horror, I gave it 4.5 stars because this is sort of a horror movie, and there's of course a few blood violence in here that will definitely scar you. And suspense, I gave it 4 stars because whoever's team you are on, I'm on Team Jason because screw Freddy Krueger. I do not want to get nightmares from this guy. I'd rather sadly get killed by Jason or just... Still, I'm on Team Jason. So yeah, you're just, again, you're rooting for who you want to win in the movie. Now, I gave the movie 4 stars. 4 stars because I am just... I still, again, I feel bad for some of the kids that had died in this movie. Now, they're not little kids, they're more teenagers, so yeah. And I suggest you would add this to your collection, and again, I liked it. Casual fans, I gave it a B-. Cinephiles, I gave it a C, and critically, I gave it a B, 7 out of 10. Again, add to your collection, and yeah, again, I'm not a fan of teenagers dying on television, because now that I know how how adults play teenagers. Yeah, not only I don't like seeing little kids die on the screen, but same goes for teenagers. Now next is Friday the 13th. Now, yeah. I gave action 2.5 stars. There's not really much action, but there's a few going on, with everyone running and escaping from Jason. And for comedy, I gave it 2 stars. There's a few funny stuff in here. And drama, I gave it 1 star, 1.5 star, I mean. And like I said, probably 3 or 4 times, I really don't care much about the drama. But horror, I give it 5.5 stars because this is just watching this movie was actually really terrifying. And suspense, I gave it 4.5 stars. I mean, sadly, I kind of knew everyone was going to die. Well, not everyone, just a few teenagers. So yeah, it's just, I gave suspense 4.5 stars, and I gave 4.5 stars for this movie because, like I said, I don't like seeing teenagers dying on screen. But yeah, I liked it, since now I guess I'm now into horror movies. I wasn't before, but now I am. And this is definitely a must-watch. So so for casual fans, I gave it a B. Cinephiles, I gave it a B-, and critically, I gave it a B. 7 out of 10. And moist meter, 70%, because like I said, not a fan of everyone literally dying on the screen. And that was my grandpa sneezing, and his sneezes literally scared the crap out of me. Now, I don't know why is this here. This should have been here, and oh! Would you look at that? You know what? I'll do one more and end the video here. So, I've already done a review for this, but yeah, this is my review for WandaVision. Now, the action, I gave it 5 stars. There's really not much action from episode 1 to 8. Well, there's a little bit in those couple of episodes, but there's really not much action throughout the entire series. But the finale, I would give it 1 star since there's not much action. But the finale, the action in the finale, I had missed the MCU action stuff. So I gave it 5 stars because Vision versus Vision, it was freaking awesome. Now for comedy, since the concept is sort of a sitcom, I gave it 4 stars. There were some funny moments in here. And for drama, I gave it 5.5 stars because through the commercials, it's all about Wanda's trauma. It's just, the drama in this movie is just really, I just really like the drama that's been going around all 9 episodes of WandaVision. Now, for horror, I gave it 2 stars because there's a few creepy moments happening in the movie. And for suspense, I gave it 4 stars because I'm just like wanting to know who's behind this, and I'm just like, who's behind all this? Who's behind all this? And of course, I gave it 5 stars. I really liked WandaVision. It was the best show I had ever seen in the MCU. Great job, Marvel Studios. And this got 2 badges. Definitely Best TV Show award, and definitely a must-watch on Disney+. Now, straight up casual fans, I gave it an A, and cinephiles and critically, I gave it an A+, and 10 out of 10, and 100%. Now, I'm gonna end it here. There's a few I would like to show you, but I'm gonna end it here. Now, the others I might have a few, but I'll probably save those for when I do movie reviews. But yeah, this is my review scale. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a pretty interesting documentary, vlog, video, whatever this is. But do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe. We're close to 1,000 subs. And don't forget to ring the bell if you want more videos like these. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.